Ursula and Michelle and Emily, here we go, man. The start of the new year, if it's just us, it's going to be great. Here we are, you're right, Emily, here we are, hooray. Okay, in the time before we begin, the playlist, if you like. You know, if you like it totally silent, that's fantastic. I find that sometimes just hearing the music a little bit to begin can be useful so that you know the pace of what we're doing, so that you can hear where I was taking us. It's never necessary. If you prefer the silence, be in the silence. So the playlist, it says 1, Muladhara, and that would be the playlist that you would want to load. So if you need to, just whatever device, whatever way you choose to use that, finding your playlist, setting yourself up. We will be using 2 blocks. We will be using a strap. And so if you don't have a strap, any sort of a belt or a scarf, a small thin dish towel, it will need to be approximately 5-6 feet long. And so knowing that you have that is great. And the last. This orchid kept us company since March. Can't believe it. Double row of blossoms. And I was going to put it, you know, I had it up there because its blossoms weren't full. They were sort of wrinkled and falling down. And I thought, I don't want to be put on the shelf when I'm wrinkled and falling down. I want to stay center stage. So we'll see. Just keep it with us as long as we can. We are all welcome. We are all safe. We are all home. So again, as you're joining, just double check. If you want the music, load. It says 1 Muladhara, 1 for the energy center, this base, this start. And as you're setting up, sitting tall, a reminder as we begin the practice, a reminder as we settle back in, as we recommit to a year of practice. What is it that we're seeking? It's not me. We're not seeking a guru. We're not seeking to be overwhelmed or exploited by someone who knows more. We want direction, but without an agenda. We want wisdom without losing the ownership of ourselves and our experience. We want our direction to come from the natural world and from our intuitive connection with ourselves and the seasons. I want assurance in my mind that I already know in my heart. You are not coming for me. You are coming to your practice to know yourself. I'm coming to my practice to know myself, and we share this space because ourselves are the same. Start there. Our only work, everything about this sequence is settling us back into the certainty of who we are. It isn't fancy. It isn't tricky. There's nothing about this sequence that's made of fireworks. It is a place of complete stability that you will come to again and again. And you'll remember how at home you are in yourself, no matter the circumstance. That's what we're making. Palms together, heart high. Rub your palms in, light that fire. Clear the decks. Ong Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me, the wisdom I believe and I know. 3 times, inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy New Year's Day. Happy day one. And we begin. So we'll start standing. Your playlist. So again, just one more time, the playlist is 1 Muladhara. And begin at the first track, Color in Your Heart. Color in your heart. We come to stand. So you may want to turn sideways on your mat so that you have a fairly wide stance. Good. Hands on your hips. We're going to sweep the feet across the center line. So in steadiness here, we build a rhythm. We're going to open the feet this month. It's your connection. When our feet are tight and closed from wearing shoes, we get quite wobbly. When we feel wobbly, then we have anxiety. We don't need any extra. So open your feet. Stand on the floor. And then take any extra sort of ambitious January 1st energy. Just breathe that out. Become very steady and very simple. As though you're greasing your hips until your legs are long and easy. 10 more. Keep your heart high. Keep your legs long. The first half will be asana. So if you're ever tight or lost or you just need 30 minutes to feel like yourself again, just do these 30 minutes. It's right there. 3, 2, and 1. Hands wide, feet wide. Bend your left knee, take your right hand down to knee, to shin, or to foot, and open. Right knee bends to knee, to shin, to foot, and open. So you're just crossing the body. Bending your knee slightly will keep your low back safe. If you don't need to, you can keep your legs straight, but be wise. It's day one. Inhale as you stand up and exhale as you fold. Good. The breath gets bigger. We're clearing out yesterday's breath, finding ours right now. 3. Good. 2. A last fold, and then stand with your hands high. Bring your right elbow to your left knee and repeat. Exhale, elbow to knee. Hands stay high. Really work on unfolding. When you put your foot down, open your abdomen, open your chest. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Bring your shoulder towards your hips. Find your obliques. It gets bigger, the breath gets stronger, the body awake. 2, and 1. Changing, left elbow, right knee. Take any excess effort, set it aside, and be steady. You already are everything you need to be. Right here. Let the breath grow large. For 3, for 2, for 1. Hands to your hips, stand tall. Feel what you're making. Turn to the front of the mat. Your right heel to the floor, your toes come up. Bring your right knee up, right knee wide, and the tip of your right toe to the floor. Reverse back up. So knee bends, wide heel to the floor. Inhaling up. Exhale to tap. Inhaling up. Exhale to heel. So we begin with these functional movements that our hips need to last us our whole lives. So we keep them lubricated and their range of motion steady. Right toe to the floor, right hand high. Now rock into the ball of your foot, bend your front knee, and start to reach your heel back toward the floor. That's all. Good. Good. 2 hands high.
Now, bend your right knee and press your heel back. So the front knee is bent, the back heel goes back. We're opening the back foot. 3. Good. Front knee bends. 2. Turn your toes to turn in and your back heel to turn out. Now bend your knee. Yes, I know. But our feet get stuck in our shoes. Now feel it all the way through your shoulders, through your arms. One more. And then stepping up. Notice the difference, the sole of your right foot and the sole of your left foot. Your dexterity, your mobility comes from your feet. So hands on hips. Left knee up, go wide, tip of the toe to the floor. Inhaling up, and then heel down. It's day 1. Imagine by day 40, you'll just totally have this down. Right now, you might be reeling around the room. Tip, knee, up, heel. Notice if you're falling into your left foot, and stay tall. Bring it back, tip of the toe to the floor, left hand high, bend your front knee. So just tap your heel, open your foot. Good. 2 hands high, bend both knees, pull your left knee forward and then your heel down and you're opening the left foot. Opening the left foot. Good. Turn your left toes to the right and your heel to the left so your back foot is pigeon-toed. Now bend your knee. The way the sole of the foot connects with your ankle, with your Achilles tendon, with your calf. You ever feel like you can't really stretch out your calf because it's in your foot? That's what's tight. And step up, hands down, feel your feet. Step wide again, heels turn in, toes turn out. Hold a great beach ball, sit down, stand up. Exhale, inhale, knees wider. Take your knees over your pinky toes. Now don't stand all the way up halfway. Halfway. Just drop into your hips. Inhale up, exhale down. Become weightless. Let it out of your arms, let it out of your chest. Make it smaller, half that. Exhale. 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 If you need to, shake it out. Tiny pulse. Down, down. Ha! That charge you feel, shake it out, breathe it out. Tiny little pulses, get it out. 3. We hold anger in our thighs. 2. So feel it come up. Good. And stand. Hello, legs. Step up. Downward facing dog. Knees to the floor. Hips to your heels. This will be exhale. Inhale, hands and knees. Tuck your toes down, dog. This will be exhale. That's all. 3. Inhale, hands, knees. Exhale, child. And up to dog. Inhale, hands, knees. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, hands, knees. Exhale, down dog. Stay. Stay. Step your right foot up between your hands. Put your left knee to the floor. Hands up high. Good. Hands down. Step your left foot up. Hands wide, sit your seat, lift your heart, lift your hands. And down, go wide. Right foot back, right knee down. Hands up high, inhale. And then exhale. Down dog. Left foot steps up, right knee down. And up. And hands down. Stepping up. Sit down to stand up. Go wide, sit down. Left foot steps back, left knee down. Inhale. And down. One more, step up. Sweep wide. Fold down. Right foot steps back. Right knee down. And up. And down dog. Step back. And just pause. Put your knees to the floor, put your knees together, put your feet to the floor, put your feet together. Turn your hands to point away. So 1 to 10 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock. Bend your elbows and press to child. Exhale, bend elbows. Inhale, back. As you come forward, hug your knees together. Now to modify, don't bend your elbows, just come forward. We're going to go 4. So our hands, when they meet the floor, are anchors as well. It's not just our feet, it's the downward energy that gives us stability. Press your hands, hug your knees, hug your feet, hug the center line last time. Good. Hands, knees, fingers point forward, down dog. Open the chest and lengthen the arms. Press your hands into the floor. High plank. Good. Come onto your outer left foot and step your right foot halfway up. Now your right toes will turn to the right side to 3 o'clock, right hand high. And then over. So turn your right palm towards the floor. Draw your right knee towards your left heel. Strengthen. Scissor your inner thighs like your inner thighs were hugging the line between your legs. And as you hug your legs, your armpits open. And then look down, right hand high. Step back, down dog. Press the right hand and right hip and right heel. High plank. Onto the outer right foot. Left foot steps halfway up, toes point to the left. So they're perpendicular, left hand high. And then left hand reaches. Let your hips lift a little, scissor your thighs. Press your right hand down and away, stand in your right leg. So the legs are strong to open the chest. Left knee towards your right heel. And then look down. Set down, press back, way off. Down dog, step it back, and pause. Good. Walk your feet up to your hands and bend your knees. Good. Sitting down, get your strap, stand up tall. And just notice the chest is warm, the legs are getting clearer. Take your strap, and just 3 times, wide enough to go up and over the back. It's wide, it's soft. Make sure your strap is long enough, otherwise swap with someone else who has a longer strap. Good. Just open the chest. Good. 1 more. Now your hands go behind you and you wrap the strap around your hand to turn your palm to face back, hip distance. Sit down. Lift your hips, lift your hands, and fold over. Drop your head, lift your hips. Take a breath. And that's how we'll move. Hands down, sit down, lift your heart. Inhale, stand up tall. We move. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, fold over. Hips up, hands overhead. Lengthen your legs. Sit down deeper. Inhale, stand up, chest broad. Sit down. Fold over, hips up high, hips out of your heels, drop your head, 1 more round, sit down. lift up, stand, and sit down.
Hips up, hands up, pause. A little bend in one knee and then the other to turn softly side to side. Drop your head so the crown of your head is towards the floor. Pause. Lengthen the backs of your legs. Broaden your chest. Big bend in your knees. Hands down. Sit down. Heart up.
Slowly stand. Feel the legs, hips to heels. Let it all settle. So something similar, but we're going to step the right foot wide. You're only as wide as the length of one leg. So it's not a big stance. Put a bend in your knees. Take your tail back. Lead with your heart. Same thing. Lift your hips.
Hands overhead. Press your outer feet down. Hands to your hips.
Sit down. Rise up. 2 more. Sit. Lift your hips. Lift your hands. And down. Rising. Use it as a chance to get longer. Sit into your heels. Lift your hips. Drop your hands overhead. And then drop your hands, drop your seat, stand up tall, set the strap behind you, right? Good. Fingertips to the floor. Big bend in one knee, big bend in the other. Now, if you have space and you want to widen your feet, move from side to side. Fingertips are on the floor. Move with the whole sole of your foot on the floor. Move from your footprint. Use blocks under your hands if needed. And keep the right knee bent. Right elbow to right thigh. Stay 3. Seal the outer left foot to the floor. Open the top of your left ankle, the top of your left foot. And lift the left inner thigh as you bend your right knee more. Yeah. Like you would push your left foot away from you. And then center. Left knee bends, left elbow to thigh. Seal your outer right foot. Good. Heart long, seat back. A little bend in your right knee if your right inner knee gets tight. Now seat back, sit down. And the right footprint on the floor. So you're opening the outer foot. And then into the center. Good. Right hand under your chest. If needed, a block. Left hand comes high. So we make one straight sweet line. Looking up. Left hand comes overhead. And then left hand goes back to your left hip. Look down. Stand in your heels, hips high. Lengthen. Press your thighs back and then sweep overhead one more time. Sweeping overhead, reaching out. And then the left hand stays high, revolve. 3, 2. Good. Left hand comes down. Left hand to the block. Right hand comes high. Just check that you're in one sweet line. That's it. Knees can be bent if needed. The right hand reaches overhead. And then the right hand sweeps back towards your right hip. Look down. We're rinsing the spine out of the legs. Reach over, look up. And then reach back and look down. One more time. Up and over. And then back and down. Fingertips to the floor. Step your hands to the front. Down dog. And now walk your dog and walk your dog and walk your dog and walk your dog.
And walk. One knee bends, one leg straight, and walk. And walk. You got another 30 seconds. Keep your feet moving. So it's another chance to open your feet. Really lifting your heel over the ball of your foot and then pressing the opposite heel back and down. Spread the bones of your feet. That as you feel your feet getting warmer, coming open, feel that through the knees, feel it through the pelvis, feel it through the back. We're going to keep walking that dog. 10 more seconds. Walk. Your feet will be changed after this. For 3. Good. For 2. And then feet steady, down dog. The feet bright, the calves long, the backs of your knees are wide. Walk your feet to your hands and sit down. If you choose, you can sit on your blanket. If you choose, you can sit on the floor. I'm going to sit on the blanket. Give my seat a little bit of padding because we'll be rocking side to side. So set that up. Hands go back. Heels are the width of the mat. Let your knees fall in and fall out like little windshield wipers. So think of tension as a quality of congestion. Good. Right foot flat, left ankle over the right knee, now side to side. And it's as though you could put your left foot flat on the floor and then your left thigh on the floor. And as we start to open and release that congestion, there can be almost a noise. Sit center, tall, chest is broad. You may work right here. Send your left knee away, flex your foot, or walk your seat towards your heel. Come a little closer. Can you get your right hip to your right heel, heart high? They come together. Maybe there. Right hand around your left foot. Sit tall. 3. Left knee away, heart up, 2. And then to release. Let your heels be wide and your knees wash side to side. So we've opened the front and the back of the hips, the outer and the inner thigh, the calves and the feet. This will make a difference day after day. Left foot into the center, right ankle over the left knee. Send your right knee away and your heart up. Work here, or bringing your heel closer and your left hip closer to your left heel. Walk your hands in. Right knee away. Work there, or wrap around. Left outer foot. Right outer foot is cradled by the left elbow. Sit up tall. So if you're accustomed to a more classical form of Kundalini practice, we can say, why do we do all of this with the physical body? Why do we do all this asana? And we're preparing ourselves so that the initial tension is removed. The congestion and the noise is not what we want to activate. Legs long. We want to activate our clarity, our directness, our sense of being anchored and whole. Cross your legs, sitting tall. And just double check. Right now, we want to be on North Atlantic Ocean. Legs crossed, sitting tall. For 2 minutes, we will breathe in a count of 4. And out a count of 4. So whatever you need to have your seat clear, feel that your legs are more mobile now. Imagine you have a space at the navel and a space at the heart. The first 2 counts, breathe into the navel. The second 2 counts, breathe into the heart. The first 2 counts, breathe out of the navel. The second 2 counts, breathe out the heart. So you go in, 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 out navel, out heart, out heart. In navel, in heart, out navel, out heart, out heart. A minute.
The exhalation creating an anchor, a stillness. The inhalation creating an opening. The exhalation releases tension from your arms and your face and your jaw. The inhalation creates length and height and purpose. Eyes closed. Let your breath become very smooth, no gaps or bumps. 30 seconds. And release the effort and just breathe normally, naturally as you choose. Good. Bring your hands up high, palms face forward. Let your hands go wide, palms face forward. Now find exactly in between those two, 60 degrees. Drop your shoulders down your back. Keep your palms open, but fold your fingers into the base of your knuckles. Thumbs are strong. Whisper a ha. Feel it pump your belly. Keep that breath and close your mouth right out the nose, that little puff of exhalation. Removing all distraction, removing all hindrance, removing all separation from your magnificence. Keep lengthening your arms, steady breath. Five, four, three, two. Inhale. Hold the breath, touch the tips of your thumbs, open your hands wide and down. Cultivate steadiness, just notice, feel. Super steady. If you need to, legs out, shake out your feet, shake out your knees. Rebuild the cross of your legs, hands on your shins. Forward and back, super simple. You know how to do it. Heels are forward under your knees, hands on shins. As though a string drew your navel forward and back, but we have a full 2 minutes right here. Inhale forward, exhale back. Right? I want you to use this opportunity to relieve tension that you're holding in your hips. Relieve tension that you're holding in your pelvis. Any aspect of performance, any reason to move so that someone would think you were doing a good job, let that out of your body. You are whole. This is for you. And you'll feel that as that tension dissolves, energy can move in and you can get a little taller, and it may find there's a quicker, taller pace in there, but there's no rush. Ever. Forward and back.
A little lighter. Let it out of your hands and out of your face. Let yourself move. Good. 3, 2. Sit tall. Put your fingertips to your shoulders. Turn left, turn right. Inhale left, exhale right. In and out the nose. So turn at the base. Keep the upper back open. Soften your face and your lips. You're moving to flush out fear. To flush out doubt. Good. Let one wrist rise over the elbow and turn side to side. The hands get a little higher. Inhale left, exhale right. It's getting a little bigger. Let it rise. Stay steady. Be intentional, be deliberate. Five, 4, 3, 2, and center. Bring it down. Onto your back, move the blanket aside. Knees are bent, feet are flat, elbows down beside you. Feel the feet, feel the elbows. Press the upper back, the tops of your shoulders to the floor so that your hips can be weightless. The hips rise and then hips fall. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Up, down. Inhale. Exhale. So if it needs to be small, let it be small. And then close your eyes. We'll stay another minute right here. Our ability to see things through comes from here. To commit to order, structure. As you can, it's day 1. Pause when you need to, continue as you can. Keep it steady, keep it simple. Keep it strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, and pause, hands on thighs, and be still. In for 4, out for 4. 1 minute, right here. Hips stay on the floor, hands on thighs. In for 4, out for 4. Organize your breathing. Feel how it may want to go faster or slower. 4, 4.
One more round, 4 in, 4 out. And then release any effort with the breath. Let your palms turn open, keep your knees bent, feet flat, and just be still a moment. Steadiness. But there is an order to things, a pace, that when we align with that eternal order, we get aligned. We have more strength and more certainty. Right hand goes overhead, and the left knee comes towards the left shoulder. Left foot flat, right hand down. Left hand overhead, draw your right knee towards your right shoulder and down as though you were marching, inhaling up, exhaling down, opposite hand, opposite foot. So this is the modification. Knees are bent, feet would turn to the floor, inhaling up, exhaling down. When you're ready, legs straight. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Now we're here for 4 minutes. And there's going to be a little bit of a charge that builds in the middle of this. If it's too much on your low back, I want you to take your blocks and put them in a line and put them to support under the backs of your heels or the backs of your calves. So opposite hand, opposite foot. Inhale up, exhale down. You're building to a steady pace. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, in, out, in, out. Arms are straight, legs are straight as you can. Keep your low abdomen long, keep your legs long, keep your toes and feet open. If you need to, you bend your knees, go back to feet flat, moving opposite hand, opposite knee. It's day 1, be wise, be kind. We'll come into it through the month. But you know right here, you are the author. You are the anchor. What would happen if you smiled right now? Plug in. There's a greater order that you're a part of. We're steady and we're stable right in its heart. You can see it through. You can see it through. Give it a smile, see where you can go. Nearly home. Nearly home. Three, two, one. Feet down, palms open. Every day as we practice, this certainty grows. I am. I am. I am this bright, shining body. I am this bright, potent soul. Deepen your breathing down into your hips, down into your thighs. Right out your feet. Draw your knees to your chest. To roll forward, to roll back. Right there. Take your time. Take your time. Three, two. We're going to roll up and build a kneeling position. So open your blanket to hold your knees and your shins. A block between your heels. If you don't kneel, then hop onto a chair. If you need 2 blocks, fabulous. Put the block lengthwise between your heels today. Hands on the thighs, we're just going forward and back. Now, one option is hands on kneecaps. Depends on the dimensions of your body. Sometimes that pulls you a little too far forward, but if you can have your hands on the knees. Or put your palms on your heels. Fingers in, thumbs on the outside, and move from there. And let your spine move, let your pelvis move. Let the pubic bone swing forward and up and the tail swing back. And take all the tension out of your spine, your lungs, your belly. Close your eyes and let it become sublimely free and easy. Where are you holding tension? Let it move. Old injuries, old fears. Three, two. Good. Turn your palms up. Neutral spine. Hands overhead, palms, fingers come together, and then back down. So opening, inhale, exhale. Keep the spine steady and let the arms swing. Yes. Keep your elbows bent. There we go. The chest opens. Elbows bent right here. Yeah. Loosen the fingers.
5, 4, 3, 2. Inhale, hands up. Make little cups, 3 sips in. Lift your chin to release. Elbows, breath, hands. Land hands on thighs. Breathe in for 4 and out for 4, but so soft. Just let it in for 4. Let it out for 4. Feel the quiet you are making. Feel its strength. One more round, 4 counts in, 4 counts out, building an order to your breath. Walk your hands to the floor, cat-cow.
Tuck of the chin, round of the back.
Simple.
Through the body. Inhale, exhale. So keep this steadiness, no hurry. Fingers are spread evenly and with elegance, pressing into the floor. Take your left thumb and point it toward the front. Turn your left fingers to point towards the left, as though towards 9 o'clock. Try to pull your hands apart. Continue. This may be your work. Or turn your left thumb to point to 9 o'clock and your fingers point back towards your left knee. Now cat-cow. Feel your breath change. Open the left forearm, left collarbone down to the left kidney. Just for 4, 3. Keep the spine moving. Turn the left fingers forward. Turn the right thumb forward, the right fingers wide. Try to pull the hands apart. 5, 4, 3. Work there, or turn your right fingers back, your right thumb right for 5, 4. Open the collarbone, open the left side of your jaw. 2. And 1. Turn your hands back, pause, neutral. Good. Take your block, set it aside if it's there. We're going to fold the blanket in half, and as you lie down, the blanket will go beneath the backs of your hips. The heels will float if you need to, so most modified, heels float over the knees, hands resting, elbows down, thighs can rest on the hands, so supported. This might be your work, or let your legs come open for a minute. Widen your elbows, rest your thighs in your hands, open your feet, but be restful. Widening the hips, widening the sits bones. Softening the inner thighs, allowing them to go wider, softening the perineum, softening that hammock of muscles between the genitalia and the anus. We hold tension there. Give it breath and space. You are safe. There are boundaries in your life. You are your author. Feel old fears that we can store here. Soften. Soften. Reclaim. This is yours. Draw the heels high. The knees may be bent or the legs may be straight. The hands on thighs or the palms lie open. Just depends on your hamstrings. Knees bent or straight. Effortless, draining the legs of their efforts. Soften the thighs and the hips, find balance. Then bending your knees, let your feet come to the floor. Hands open or hands on thighs, body quiet. Tiniest inversion here. Lift your hips, take out the blanket, let the legs go long. Pause your playlist if you're using it. Feel the freedom and the three-dimensionality of your legs. Feet loose, knees loose, hips loose. I am this. I am safe. I am whole. I am home. As needed, stay here or walking your feet in. 3-minute mantra as you choose. For the mantra, return to your seat. Sitting tall, any extra layer, set yourself up a little bit warmer. Sat Nam, I am this. It's how we conclude every class. And it's that same mantra that we will use. So it's an 8-count Sat, a 2-count Nam, and then a long 8-count inhalation. So it's as though the mantra is simply a long, smooth breath. Again, use the sound to comb through the mind stuff. The roughness in your voice is in the mind. Inhale to begin. Sat Nam. Inhale. Nam. Inhale.
Nam. Inhale. Nam. Inhale. Nam. 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 One more. Nam. I am this. This soul, this sound. Sweep wide, reach high. Bring your palms together, your thumbs to your forehead center, and repeat after me, either in your mind or aloud. I expand in success, abundance, and love every day. As I inspire those around me to do the same. Satnam. Happy New Year's Day. As you stand, as you return to your daily, ordinary, working, walking life, just feel your legs, feel your feet. The hips change, the knees change, the feet change. That pliability, like someone who's been on a ship long enough that they can just keep their center no matter where the deck is going, right? We are that centered, that clear. I am this. Tomorrow will be vinyasa at 9:30. And for the vinyasa, if you like 60 minutes, and then at 10:30, I will shift to a 20-minute yin practice, and then a 10-minute guided meditation. So we'll be able to slow down. We'll get warm, we'll get strong, same thing. We're working into the legs, clearing the hips, similar to this. We'll bring it down to the floor, we'll do a yin practice. Each one held for 2 minutes, slow, steady, in ourselves. Nothing needs to be racy right now. And then we'll guide our minds and come back on Sunday at 8 a.m. Replay any of it, anytime. If you only have 30 minutes, use the 30 minutes at the beginning of this class and replay it, or join us just for that. That asana is this grounding energy and the clarity in your legs that's necessary. Stay for more, there's always more, but otherwise it's designed so you can use pieces, use it all, but that it meets your needs no matter what's going on. So tomorrow, first 60 minutes vinyasa, in the legs, grounding, standing. We're going to get stronger. Then yin, slow down, bring it in, bring it home, savor it, be restored. And then sit and be known. I'll see you tomorrow, 9:30. Satnam, love, Satnam. Happy New Year. We start from here every single day. I'll be with you. Let's bring it in.